Guys, there's one thing that I know in life and in politics is that the Democrats are dirty. Okay? When you see that D beside a Democrat's name, that stands for dirty. And the dirty Democrats are trying to play dirty in Georgia. We've all seen it on social media. We've all seen them telling people, move to Georgia. And their sole concentration is on this upcoming Senate runoff race and trying to steal that election the same way that they stole the general election away from President Trump. But fortunately for us, President Trump is currently playing 5D chess with these fools because he's made the Georgia government finally do their jobs. But before we get into that, my name is Greg Foreman and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share A Black Conservative Perspective, aka a leftist worst nightmare. You can also follow me on Twitter and Parler at GForemanBCP. But right before we get into this, guys, you guys know I am currently fighting the war on flushable wipes. That's right. Flushable wipes clog your pipes and they can cost your local municipality millions of dollars to clean out per year. It can also cost you thousands of dollars in plumbing bills if you are currently using flushable wipes. My solution to this problem is called Ashi. Ashi is a eco-friendlier alternative to flushable wipes. It is very simple. It transforms your toilet paper into a septic safe version of flushable wipes. Ashi has a simple, minimalistic, modern design that will look great in any bathroom, and it makes the perfect Christmas/holiday present for friends and family. So if you're looking to upgrade your wipe or you're looking for a septic safe alternative to flushable wipes, check out Ashi at ashihome.com. 10% of net proceeds will go to Toys for Tots. All right, guys, let's get it. Okay, so like I said, President Trump is playing 5D chess with these fools because finally the Georgian government is doing their job. And there is a report from Fox News, and I know that we ain't trusting Fox News no more, but they're starting to do their jobs and report the real news. So Fox News is reporting that a Georgia group founded by Stacey Abrams is under investigation for seeking out-of-state dead voters. Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger has launched investigations into several groups, including one founded by former Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams for seeking to, quote, aggressively register, quote, ineligible out-of-state or deceased voters before the state's January 5th Senate runoff elections. Raffensperger's office on Wednesday said the investigations are into groups including America Votes, Vote For, and the New Georgia Project, which was founded by Abrams and previously chaired by Democratic Senate candidate Raphael Warnock. Raffensperger for weeks has issued warnings against efforts to register individuals who are ineligible to vote in Georgia's runoff elections, or to encourage people to come to Georgia with the sole purpose of casting ballots. Okay, Mr. Raffensperger, that's all fine and great, but why have you waited 3 weeks to actually start investigating? You knew about these groups. You knew what Stacey Abrams has been doing in Georgia after she lost miserably to the governor a couple years ago. You knew that she was coming back with a vengeance. So why have you not worked to investigate them before? You're waiting too long to do your job. That is why President Trump is giving you a hard time, because you ain't doing your job. But better late than never, but you shouldn't have ever been late in the first place. Okay? He says, quote, I have issued clear warnings several times to groups and individuals working to undermine the integrity of elections in Georgia through false and fraudulent registrations, Raffensperger said in a statement Wednesday. Quote, the security of Georgia's elections is of the utmost importance. Again, if you really believe that, you would have been doing your job before it even got down to this point. Raffensperger said Wednesday that his office has, quote, received specific evidence that these groups have solicited voter registrations from ineligible individuals who have passed away or live out of state. Quote, I will investigate these claims thoroughly and take action against anyone attempting to undermine our elections, he vowed. Raffensperger said earlier this week that America's vote, quote, is sending absentee ballot applications to people at addresses where they have not lived since 1994. Vote for it, he said, quote, attempted to register a dead Alabama voter, a woman, to vote here in Georgia. He also spotlighted the New Georgia Project, quote, who sent voter registration applications to New York City. The Secretary of State also pointed out, quote, Operation New Voter Registration Georgia, who is telling college students in Georgia that they can change their residency to Georgia and then change it back after the election. Raffensperger's office also has 23 investigators working on 250 open investigations into, quote, credible claims of illegal voting and election law violations, he said. According to the Georgia Code, false registration, i.e., someone who registered to vote knowing that they do not possess the qualifications required by law, is a felony and can be punished between 1 and 10 years in prison and or up to a $100,000 fine. Raffensperger's office on Wednesday detailed several instances in which the Abrams Warnock Associated Group, the New Georgia Project, have allegedly solicited voters living out of state and people who have passed away. Warnock was chairman of the group until January. All right. You guys can read the rest of the article. That's enough information for me to give you my opinion on this. Obviously, Raffensperger is just late on this, like I've said before. But he would not have done it if it wasn't for Trump giving him a hard time and making him do his job. Okay? And this is why I said that President Trump is playing 5D chess, because he is openly endorsing the current Senate race despite the accusations of vote rigging through Dominion and voter fraud. And what that signals to me, it has become very, very clear that President Trump is trying to prevent that from happening in the Senate runoff race because of how important it is for the Republicans to win. It is so important that we need to make sure that the Georgia government does their jobs. Do your job. Make sure that people are not illegally voting. Make sure that people are not moving here just to vote. Make sure college students are not changing their addresses just to vote. Okay? Do what you need to do. Because if you would have done your job before this, maybe, almost surely, the Georgia general election would have turned out differently. And I am so happy to see that President Trump is going out of his way to do what he got to do to make sure that this does not happen in future races. This is good news coming out of Georgia, and it just shows that President Trump really is just a step ahead of everybody like he usually is. And this is just a perfect example of it. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.